Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss writing skills. Now, under writing skills, we have your unseen passage, okay? Then we have formulator, okay? Then report writing, imaginative essay and reflective essay, okay? So, before I go into discussing your writing skills, here's your English paper pattern. Now, marks are for 40. It's a 40 marks paper and time is for 2 hours. Okay. So, this is your format. That is, the first one is read the passage and choose the correct option. Then the second one, again, you have got another passage. This is again, read the passage and choose the correct option. That is again 5 marks. Okay. Then you have poem extract. Okay, that is for 5 marks. Answer in one sentence, 5. Unseen passage is 5. Then grammar is 10. Grammar is all that we have studied. Okay, that is for 10 marks. And do is directed. That is activity based questions, and based on the format is 5 marks. Okay, so the sixth one, that is do is directed. Now we had done some questions, okay, uh, of the lessons that we had already discussed, okay, at the back. That is, we had studied about finite verb, okay, non-finite verb, okay, then exercise based on the subject verb, okay, agreement, okay. So all these we had done. So you can expect questions on that, plus based on the format, that is, on based on your, say, letter, okay, report writing, etc. All these can be asked in question 6. Okay, grammar, of course, we have already done. Okay, the previous session we had discussed about all the grammar, okay, like question tag, etc., that you can expect here. Okay, that is for 10 marks. Unseen passage, okay, then answer in one sentence again. Okay, so questions 1 to 3, okay, all these are from the lessons that we have already done. Okay, so now here we are now going to discuss the writing skills. Okay, so for this semester we have formulators. Okay, now what is a formulator? Now formulator is a letter which is written for official purposes to authorities, dignitaries, etc. Okay, formulator is not to personal contacts, friends or family. Okay, so in the case of, whatever you are going to be asked in your exam is based on the format means, okay, you are going to see the format of your formulator here. Okay, so you'll have to remember that uh, the sender's address, okay, you'll have to write the sender's address, then the date, okay, then you have the receiver's address, okay, greetings are, a sir or madam, and then you are going to write the name of the person, okay, then you have the subject, okay, then next comes the body of the letter, which is to be written in 3 paragraphs. And then you have the complimentary close, where you write yours faithfully, yours sincerely, etc. And then you finally write your name. Okay. Now, questions based on format means, okay, I'll give you one example here. Like, okay, it is not necessary to write the date in formal letters. Okay, so you can have a question like this, and then you have agree or disagree. So you'll have to tick the correct option. So it is not necessary to write the date in a formal letter. Is it right or wrong, or agree or disagree? So the correct option is, okay, uh, it is not essential. So what will you do? Disagree. Okay, so you're going to tick the correct option. Okay, so next is reflective essay. So what's a reflective essay? Now, in a reflective essay, The writer examines his or her experiences in life, okay, and then the writer writes about those experiences, exploring how he or she has changed, developed, or grown from those experiences. Okay, as usual, in writing a reflective essay, you have an introduction where the speaker shares either directly or indirectly what the focus of the reflection will be. Then you have the body of the essay. Okay, then after the body, the next will be conclusion. Okay, in the conclusion of a reflective essay, the writer sums up how he or she has changed or the effect of those changes. Okay, so as usual in all essays, you have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Okay, so we have already done reflective essay. Okay, you'll have to go through the videos that have been sent to you based on reflective essay. Okay, then the next is imaginative essay. Now, imagine in the case of an imaginative essay, it tends to discuss anything, okay, which is based on fiction, okay, where you have to write or put in your imaginary skills and thoughts in logical order. Remember, it is in logical order. Okay, then this actually, now while writing an imaginative essay, it actually tries to bring out your, say, creative ability. Okay, and also how well you write it. Okay, now while writing an imaginative essay, you have to be you have to bring in your talents in such a way that the reader who reads it will be able to, fall in line with what you read. He will be able to experience what all you are experiencing. And again, the details, ideas, etc., should flow in a clear and logical manner. Okay, so this is about your imaginative essay. Again, this also has been done. You'll have to go through the videos that we have sent to you. Okay, then next one is report writing. Okay, now report writing is an account of something that you have heard, seen, done, or studied. Now, it is something that is written for others to read. Now, in the case of report, it should be short. It's not like your essay where you go on and on writing, okay, where you go on writing stories, etc. Here, it should be short, okay. Unnecessary words, phrases, quotations, etc. has to be avoided, okay. Of course, you can add these in the essay, but here it has to be avoided. And remember, report writing has to be written in passive voice, and you have to write the day, the time, okay, and the place. Okay, while writing a report, it is very essential that you write the date, day, and also the place. Okay, then names or designations of important officials or guests who are involved also should be mentioned. And description should be as objective as possible. Remember, you are not going to give your opinion or comment here. Okay, then whatever you see, whatever facts are there, you will have to mention it in short sentences. Remember, only facts, essential facts should be included, and at the same time, it should be backed by convincing, supportive information. Okay, so nowadays you find when you are writing a report on an accident, for example, that you had seen while coming to school, etc. Okay, you can take photographs, okay, from about the incident. That is some convincing, supportive information. Okay, so at the same time, finally, you'll have to give a title to your report. Okay, so this is just an example of how a report has to be written. I've given you. Now, this is about a science exhibition which was inaugurated by a local dignitary. Now, just look at that. Here, the title is being given. Okay, the place is mentioned, then the day, okay, day also has been mentioned, the month has been mentioned, okay. So while writing a report, title, the day, date, place, etc. is very important, okay. Then, next is unseen passage. Now, you're very familiar with passages now. Here is an unseen passage, that is, this can be taken from any way, any part, okay. It need not be from the lesson that you have. It, it is not from the lesson that you have studied, okay. Now, here I'll just read out, okay. He was a Lala, a merchant, and at one time possessed a flourishing grain business. Then he made the mistake of taking as partner a man about whom he knew nothing. For a few years, the business prospered and all went well. But one day, when he returned from a long journey, he found the shop empty and his partner gone. The little money in his possession was only sufficient to meet his personal debts, and, bereft of credit, he had to seek employment. This he found with a merchant with whom he had traded, and for 10 years he worked on 7 rupees a month, which was only sufficient to support himself and his son. His wife having died shortly after his partner robbed him. He was on his way from Muzaffarpur to Gaya on his master's business when he was taken ill in the train. And as he got worse on board the ferry steamer, he had crawled ashore to die on the banks of the sacred Ganges. Now, so I'll just tell you how you are going to get unseen passage. Now look at this question. What business did the Lala possess? Okay, so if you had seen this, if you had read this, you would have found that Lala, a merchant, at one time possessed a flourishing grain business. So what's the answer? You have three options here: a flourishing grain business, a flourishing fruit business, a flourishing construction business. So what is the correct answer? Okay, so what is it? It is a flourishing grain business. So you're going to take the correct option, that is A. Okay, now second one, write from the passage the antonym of. Okay, so debt is given. What is the antonym of debt? So is it bereft, credit, or sufficient? Okay, antonym of debt is credit. Okay, so your unseen passage is for 5 marks. Here I've given you only 3 questions. Okay, so I'm just telling you how you're going to take. So you're going to take B, that is credit. Third one, the business prospered. Add a question tag. So A is the business prospered, can't it? The business prospered, didn't it? Remember what we have done when we had studied question tag. Okay, what had we done? We had said when it is positive statement, we have a negative question tag, and when it is a negative statement, a positive tag. And then, okay, now here, do we have any auxiliary, okay, verb there? No. So, the actual sentence will be the business did prosper. Okay, so did prosper, what's the negative of did? It is didn't. Okay, so what's the correct answer? The business prospered, didn't it? So what's the correct answer? It is B. So you're going to take B. Okay, so children, we have done, we have seen how you are going to write your English paper. Okay, so I've given you the format here. You'll have just to tick the correct options throughout your 40 marks paper. You're going to tick only the correct option. Okay, but be very, very careful. Okay, read the question paper properly and then attempt your paper. Okay, children? So, best of luck. Okay, do well. Thank you, children.